Hello, you ready? Oh wait, you back?
Hey, no.
Oh, you're new. Okay. We need the light in your face, honey. There we go. What's your name? What's your name, sweetheart?
Chi Chi.
Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Chi Chi. Chi Chi, where you calling me from?
Georgia.
Okay, how old are you?
32.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now I'm just a stay-at-home mom.
How do you pay your bills?
I was working. My father just passed away like 3 months ago, so I kinda just been sitting at home.
Oh, sorry about your dad. Sorry about your dad, honey. Okay, so you're stay-at-home mom.
hmm
Um, how many kids do you have?
I got three.
How old are your three kids?
Um, 10, 2, and 1.
Are they all by the same man?
No,
How many men?
3.
Why you not with the 1 year old dad?
Um, it's complicated.
So
Um,
you had a baby
I
by
want,
one man, and then as soon as you got had the baby, you got pregnant by another man?
yeah.
And you're not with either of those two men?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I don't know, Kendra. Like, I be trying to date guys sometimes, and for some reason, it's like really hard. Like, it seems like men just want sex, or like they want you to be like rich, or just to talk to them. But I really wanted to come on your show and tell you about a date that I went on. I was on your show like some months ago.
Okay.
Um, And I went on a date with this guy. You know him,
I
right?
know him in real life.
You like I've seen you in videos with him. Um,
Who?
his name is Doctor. He's a doctor from is it Ohio, Cleveland?
Dr. Des?
Yes,
Oh.
girl. I went out on a date with him. He was really nice. We had a great time. But I'm in my natural state right now. I know how to look good and whatever. But I went out on a date with him and everything was good, but he wanted to have sex. And I was so appalled because I was just like, you know, it's not always about sex, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell
I
you right now. You know Dr. Des is gonna want to give his side to the story.
yes, and that's fine. And
Okay.
what I'm saying is I went out on a date with him. And like I said, the date was good. I had a great time. I think it was his birthday. We went out. We had a great time. He made me catch an Uber because he didn't want me to drive.
When
You
was
know,
this?
um, a couple months ago. Can't remember.
Okay, he's engaged now.
I'm so okay, good, good. But I just wanted to tell you, it was just like it was crazy because I've been trying to get on your show and trying to tell you all about it. And I did have a good time. No, I did not have sex with him. But I just thought it was just kind of crazy, like how he just took all his clothes off, right? And
Wait, where
then
was he at to take all his? He was in his house?
no, he was out here and he had a hotel and he caught the Uber. He caught the Uber or whatever.
Did you go into his hotel room?
Yeah, he caught the Uber to the room. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just
Wait,
ready to go.
I'm confused. Did y'all share a room together?
No, 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 no.
So it was his hotel.
hmm
Why did you go to? Why did you go inside his hotel room?
Because we went out, we went to a comedy show. It was really nice. Then after we went to the comedy show, we went to a bar. It was really nice. We had a great time. I'm not even gonna lie. And then after that, we he had met me at the bar or whatever, and we caught an Uber together because we were gonna be drinking, and so we didn't want to drive. Trying to be responsible. And I really liked him, but like his demeanor got really crazy. all because he wanted to have sex. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So then I was like, you know what? Give me some money. Oh, he didn't want to give me no money. He didn't want to give me no money. Um, and so that was the end of the date after that.
Wait a minute. So, okay. Who child? So, okay, before we go further in this story, let me say this to all women. Do not, this is your first date, right?
What, with him?
This is your first date, period, right? Your first outing?
No.
Oh, this is the second date. How
What
many
do you
dates
mean?
did you guys go on?
We went on one date, but we went like three places in a day.
Okay, that's fine. But this is your first time being together, right? Okay. So, rule to all ladies: don't go upstairs, whether it's in a hotel, whether it's their apartment. Don't let them upstairs because that is the environment. Because when you said take off the clothes, I'm like, how? Where were y'all at? We took off all his clothes. So that's one thing. That's just an overall advice, especially if you know you are not. It is not a requirement for you to go upstairs after someone takes you to dinner, to the movies. You know, the day could end in the public setting. Okay, so just
It
FYI.
did, but he was I always drive my car wherever I go. Wherever I go, I drive my car. If I go on a date, I always want to drive my car. But because I've seen him on your show, I thought maybe he was a little bit more casual, and so I was listening to him trying to be submissive, like, okay, he's like, catch the Uber, meet me here. I'm like, okay. Didn't want to catch the Uber, but I did it anyway. Caught the Uber, met him downtown. Then after that, we went out to a bar. He put me in his car. We went to the hotel because he wanted to park the car. And when he parked the car, we went to a bar. Had a great time. I had a ball. I had a really great time. But then, like I said, after we left the bar, we got the Uber back to the hotel because that's where we caught the Uber from. And then, like, it just got weird. Like, it just got weird. But I did have a good time with him. He's very attractive. He dressed nice, smelled good. Like, he was really, really good. But the fact that he was just like, he wanted to have sex. I know we had a good night. I know I was looking good. You know what I'm saying? And it just, it just went sour, and it's always like about sex, like with men. You know what I mean?
So let me
Um,
ask you this. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not blaming you in any accord. So I want to make sure that's clear. And at any given moment, every woman has the right to say, I don't want to participate. So there's no blame here at all. But let me ask you this. What was you expecting to do when you went into his hotel room?
get my Uber back to the house.
But can't you get the Uber downstairs in the hotel lobby?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, this is my first time even catching an Uber on a date. I never caught an Uber on a date, so me trying to be submissive and trying to like, follow directions and, follow like whatever he's like his lead, you know, and it was just like when I went up there, it just got weird, and I was just like, I'm just ready to go. I just want to catch my Uber, and he was just like, oh, he wanted to, I don't know, he wanted to have, so I was like, but then
So
I was
okay,
like,
now this is the tea that everybody wants to know. So he took off his clothes and then you asked him for money?
he took off his clothes and he was trying to like pursue me, and I was like, no, no, you gonna have to give me some money. And he did. I think I don't know, I can't remember verbatim, but I don't know if like he asked me, he was like, how much or something, and I told him, and he was like, no. And then I was like, okay. I was like, well, you gonna give me something? And I think he sent me like $50 and sent me like a Uber home. I said I had a good time on the date. I had a great time with him, but after the situation, it just kind of went left. Maybe I didn't know, I'm not perfect at dating. I've been trying to date. I've been trying to learn how to date, but I don't really know how. I don't know how. I'm not used to it. I don't date multiple men. Even though I have 3 baby daddies, yes, I tried 3 times, but it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, but I really had a good time with him, and I'm not throwing no shade to him at all. and I'm not trying to talk about him, but I did want to tell you, I'm like, damn, like I went out on this date with this guy, it was really good. But then it just got weird because they always want to like have sex with you. And then you ask for some money, now you weird, now you selling it. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. But I
Let
just
me ask
want,
you this: How much money would have allowed you to have sex with him? How much money were you seeking?
I told him give me 2,000. That's what I told him. But you know, he was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we just kind of got into it. But I just kind of got on your show because I wanted to tell you about that date. And,
Well, you want to tell the world about the date because you're not talking to Kendra. You're
well, that's
talking to the
fine. I
world.
did want to tell the world because I've been seeing him like online and stuff. And I didn't really like how, like, he be talking crazy a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you know
But,
what's interesting? You had 3 kids when you met him.
yeah.
I thought he wouldn't date a woman with kids.
Oh, I don't know. I had a good time. And you know, like I said, everything went good until I made the mistake of going up there to the hotel room. But I didn't come on your show just to like talk about him. You know what I'm saying? I came on here
Girl,
because
you
I've
came
been,
on the show to exactly talk about him. That's what you
yeah,
said.
but what I'm saying is I've been trying to date and I've been having a problem with dating because like you know, I got a date with him, so obviously if he took me 2 3 places, I mean, I was obviously good enough for a date. You know what I mean? um Really. And then, like I said, it was good, but at the same time, I've been having a problem with men in general. You know, like in general, you know,
Well, honey,
people.
can I give you some real conversation? Can we
Yeah,
talk? Okay.
yeah.
First of all, couple things. Well, we never even got to that because we spent so much time on Dr. Des. What type of man do you desire?
I desire a provider, a protector, someone who can, um, who wants to help build, someone who like wants to elevate, you know.
Okay, let's start right there. So if a man is a provider, he has a certain amount of money. You know, we're living in a very crazy economy. So provider men are like the cream of the crop right now because people are just losing their jobs over so much things. So what? And let's just have I had some real talk on the let's have some real talk here. Rule number one, that type of man moves a certain way, right? So your story, listen, I have no problem with you. Your story is your story. You wanted to share it with the world. Rule number one of that type of guy is going to stay away from you because these type of men do not want to know once they be attached to you in one date, now the whole world knows. So you automatically, I mean, you can say miss me, but I'm trying to give you the game.
I
So
get
how
it, but
about
like
this?
I
Let me
said,
ask y'all this. Real talk. Can anybody confirm who's the girl Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce with? Becky with the good hair ain't never did an interview. Becky with the good hair ain't never did no IG post. Because let me tell you
yeah,
something.
but Kendra, you have multiple people coming on your show because I watch your show. I've been watching your show for years. You have people coming on your show telling you about dates that they have been on. To me, Dr. Dez, I really couldn't even remember his name, is not that famous to me. Yeah, I've seen him on
No,
your
it's not.
show.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want to
I've seen him on the Red Blue Balloon, but it doesn't mean to me that, oh my God, I have to lay low because I'm the side piece. No, I'm calling you to tell you, yes, I told you about the date, but I'm also calling because I have dating problems.
and I'm trying.
So
Okay, so listen, you're defensive because you don't want me to tell you why you're having dating problems. Okay,
it's not over him. It's not
it's
over
not.
Dez.
But
No.
you're listen. I'm trying to tell you this. For the type of guy that you described, but I wasn't even calling you a side chick. There's so many stories that a lot of women can probably tell that have had similar stories with a Dr. Jazz or whatever. I could tell 10 million stories with famous men that I would never tell. Okay? And that's just because it's not worth telling the world. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: when you do that, a man that has something to that is concerned about his image, they're just gonna stay away from women like that. Like prime example, this is real talk. This is real talk. There's a private event of prominent men happening in DC this week. They reached out to me, and the number one requirement is no women who want to be on social media. No women that wants to take pictures as soon as they go in. We're discreet people who just want to meet. And what I'm trying to tell you is whether you say what you want to say or not, he's still a doctor. So the reason you're having dating challenges because you're going to attract a certain type of guy that you have, and this is no judgment, but it is what it is. You have three children by three men. You have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, right? So there's a very young children by two different men. There's only a certain type of guy that is going to be willing to be attached to you. And I'm not trying to, and I'm not trying to be defensive, but I'm trying to tell you why you're having dating problems. You know, if you women literally, if y'all say it, if y'all say it what it is, if y'all really want this certain type of man, rule number one, stop talking so much. Like, stop talking so
Okay,
much.
I
Stop
didn't
talking
know.
about your experience.
I
Unless
did
it's
want to.
something you got to call the cops. Now, if you got to call the cops because something went so far, then absolutely do that. But to gossip about your experience, all it does is turn off all the other men because now they know if I take her on a date and it don't go the way I want it to go or the way she wanted to go, she gonna be on social media. She gonna make it a post. So that guy is just gonna stay away from you.
Okay, that's fine, but I thought it was normal for people to come on your show and
Well,
tell
honey,
you
it's normal for
about
you
the
to come on.
dates that.
Baby girl, it's normal, but I'm giving you this conversation because you said you're having dating problems. So
I mean, yeah, because first of all, I'm very picky with my men, so I mean,
you're
it's really,
picky.
yeah,
How?
I'm very picky.
How are you picky? Were you picky
I'm
with your baby daddies?
Yes, I was,
So why is you with them?
because men show their true colors after so long.
But you met one baby daddy right after you had a baby. So how could you be so picky with him?
I mean, things happen, and with my third baby daddy, with my 1 year old's dad, he was just a fling. And to be honest with you, he took the condom off and nutted in me. If you want to be realistic, I was actually SA'd, but we're not going to speak on that. We're just going to say that, yes, I consensually had sex with someone who took the condom off and got me pregnant. And I didn't get an abortion because they made abortions illegal. But either way that goes, Kendra, it's really not about that. My dating problem is that I have is that a lot of men, like you said, are not attractive to women with 3 kids, okay, and 3 different baby daddies. They're not. And it's really hard because it's like, oh, how many kids you got? 3. How many baby daddies you got? 3. Oh, I don't want you. Okay, then when you tell them you working, you got a job, you're taking care of yourself, you're paying your bills, you're doing everything you got to do, then they still don't want you. So I hear somebody talking about a plan B. I took it. It didn't work. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're doing everything that you have to do, it still don't work. Like, it still don't work. And I just really have a problem with, like, finding a man that really, like, well, I think a lot of people do, because I see it on the internet, that relationships are hard to find these days. People don't genuinely truly like people for who they really are. They really don't. They don't. They just want to talk to you because, oh, she a nurse. She making money. Oh, she driving a Benz. Yeah, that's the girl that I want. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, oh, she drives an orange car that everybody can see, and she has her own house and stuff. But oh, she's not good enough for me because she doesn't make $1 million on the internet, or she doesn't have a BBL, or her lace front is not laid good enough, so I don't want to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the problems that I have. It's like BBL versus natural. Oh, my natural hair, I'm ugly because I got my natural hair out. I don't have my eyelashes on, so I'm not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a woman with a lace front, her nails longer than the windows, eyelashes longer than all outdoors, she can get a man. She can get a man that's gonna do whatever she wants him to do. She might not even have a place to stay. But me, because I have 3 children and I have my own place to stay and I'm doing things for myself, I still can't get a man when really deep down I'm willing to help, you know, like love on a man and cater to a man, but unfortunately it's really hard to do that because I deep down I feel like the internet is undefeated. I don't have a BBL, so I won't get a boyfriend. I don't have a tummy tuck. I'm not gonna get a boyfriend. My lace front not lacing. I'm not gonna get a boyfriend. My nails not that long. I'm not gonna get a boyfriend. Or I don't drive a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get a boyfriend. And I really think that's really messed up.
Can
You
I
know,
jump in? I wanted you to talk, but I gotta jump in at some point in time.
go ahead.
First of all, I think you're attractive. So let's start there. I think you're attractive. I think you're naturally attractive. I think you're real here. All the things that you said, let me tell you something. I do private seeking for very epsilon men. Excuse me. They don't want girls with BBLs. They don't want girls with weaves. They want girls with. I mean, you're saying no. I mean, you're saying no because what you're speaking on is your environment, and I'm trying to explain to you why you're getting what you're getting. But your reality is your reality, and my reality is my reality. And like I said, I know plenty of. Excuse me, I'm under the weather. Plenty of men who do extremely well, and they want no weaves. They like natural women. So those things that you just said that were your disadvantage are actually in your favor. Your natural beauty, your natural hair is in your favor for a lot of men. Okay. What is not in your favor, and I'm going to just say it to you, is your attitude and the amount of kids you have and by the amount of men. Those are the biggest things of why you're attracting the type of guy that you have. You know, I think if all your kids were by one guy, that would be different because again, we have to go back to this provider man. He's not a dumb man. So you have three kids by three men. He has to now be okay with dealing with three different baby daddies if he's a guy about that life. Like he'll be about you and your kids, that he knows your three kids have three dads that he has to consider. So what that guy is just gonna do completely is just go find a girl that may have less children. Do I think that you can't get a man ever? No, I think you're actually attractive. I think the way you just, all the things that you said were not true about your attraction level. I think you're attractive. But you're going to have to work on your attitude. And you're going to have to understand that, yes, you having kids by three different men is going to automatically X out a lot of guys that will want to pursue you seriously.
Okay, but then you got the women that have like 6 kids and they get a man. They get a man. They don't
Maybe
have
their
like.
maybe their attitude isn't the same, or maybe they're like playing their position. Like you know, when you look at one thing, you gotta look at everything, right? So maybe she's not out here. Maybe she's more quiet. Maybe she's going along with this program. Maybe she's paying for some stuff. You don't know. Maybe she got the money. Maybe she got 6 kids, but she got this guy, but she's really also the breadwinner. Like he with her because she got the money.
And I've caught that too. I've dated men that seem as though they want women that are breadwinners. And for me, I was just not raised like that. I was raised in a more traditional way where the men are the breadwinners, not the
Well, honey, if
women.
you were raised in a traditional way, and this is no judgment, then you would have got that before you gave the guy a child. So we're kind of off orthodox now. Like traditional usually means
You can't say that because my first baby daddy, first of all, I was young. Okay, so I'm gonna kick that out the window. My second baby daddy, I was in a relationship with him. I was in a relationship with him, and we had a good relationship up until I just one day said, you know what, I'm sick of him. He's not being perfect enough for me. So I dropped his ass. Then I found out I was pregnant like a week later. Okay, then it was like, what am I gonna do because I've already dropped him? So what am I supposed to do? I moved on with my life, you know what I'm saying? And then after I had my second child, I played around in the streets because obviously being in a relationship and being serious, people were not taking it serious enough. So it's not that I'm looking for a relationship. It's just something that I wish that I could do better. Now, what I have been doing is I've really been focusing on myself and I really been like loving on myself. I've been praying. Like I'm really just sitting in my room. I'm so bored to the point where it's like, okay, let me get on Kendra. I did want to tell you about the date that I went on, with him. And it was, like I said, it was nice. I had a good time. But then, like,
But what can I ask you a question? What makes you a traditional woman? What qualities do you feel as though make you traditional?
I feel like I'm like more on the older school side, not like
In what ways? Just give
I'm
us
not
the
I'm not I'm
examples.
lost. I'm not in the 21st century. I'm lost. Like,
But what are some clear signs that when you think of a traditional woman, you feel as though you represent that?
well, I'm definitely a nurturing woman. I definitely very very nurturing. I take good care of my kids. I take good care of myself. I take good care of the household. I can cook. I work. I'm an educator. I went to school for education. But like I said, my dad passed away like 3 months ago, and I kind of been really, just like on a chill mode. But I still want love. Like, I still want, you know, somebody that's gonna, love me the right way. And being that I lost my dad, you know, I still I still like want that male figure, like my dad would give me money and say, go get your nails painted purple. It's like, okay, you know, like, why can't I'm not asking for money. That's not what I want. I want love. I don't want it all to be about sex, and I don't want it to all be about money. Like, why can't you just hold me and watch a movie? Or, hey, I'm making spaghetti. You want to come get some? Yeah, it might be for my 3 kids, but I got enough for you too. I'm offering you some, but it's
Let,
not good enough because I'm not whining and dining you to STK. But at least I can make you a gourmet meal here at home, and it's like it's not enough. And, it's like, because I don't have a lot of money and I'm not rich, I can't get a man because I'm not rich. Oh, you broke. Well, my bills are paid. My lights are on. My house is clean. I'm clean. My kids are clean. We have food. It don't have nothing to do with food stamps because I can provide food for my kids, but really my dating problem is that the internet has become undefeated. And it's like if you're not what the internet says, then you can't get a man. I just really stopped talking to somebody. I was dating somebody, and the guy, my dad passed away. He started drifting away from me when I really needed you the most. Then, because I needed a little help or whatever, he was just like, "Don't talk to me no more." I'm like, "Damn, my dad just died, so the little extra help that I was getting, I don't have it." And then being that I'm talking to you, you're the only man in my life, you
let me
know.
jump in. Let me jump in. Let me jump in. First of all, I want to sincerely say that I think you are grieving. I'm so sorry for your loss. Let's talk about a couple things. I'm not a therapist, so I want to say that, but there's a couple things on my spirit that I want to share. I'm also a woman that is blessed with an amazing dad, right? And anyone blessed with an amazing dad, that's the great thing about how God works, right? God will send you a representation in the form, and the fact that it came in your father, according to what you're telling us, is a blessing, right? And I know he's passed on, and rightfully so. I think you're in a grieving period, so you may need more time before you start going out here in the dating streets. But I think that you're blessed somebody because there's a lot of women who never had a good connection with their father, right? That's one thing. The second thing, if you have a good connection with your father, it's really you're a blessed somebody if you ever find a man that's gonna love you like your daddy, because that may not happen, right? Your daddy, you are a part of your father. So I think all women need to receive that. Please don't look for a man to love you like your daddy, because that might just never happen. If you have a good father, that's probably the only man that will give you something and look for nothing in return.
Yeah, and I know that, and that's why I love my dad, because my dad was always there, and I knew my dad would never leave me. I knew my dad was always going to love me. But I'm not looking for a man to become my dad. I'm looking for, a hug. I'm looking for, maybe somebody to just sit down and watch TV with instead of me sitting around in my room
Well, let
by
me jump in.
myself.
All those things don't take a man. You could do that with a girlfriend. I think right now, well, you got to hear me out. You have to hear me out because here's the deal. When you put that when you put a hug has to come from a man, a hug has to come from a movie. Then you're putting yourself in this loophole because you might not attract that type of guy. But it's not the end of the world. A girlfriend who is a good friend can give you a hug. A girlfriend can sit there and watch a movie with you, and then
Yeah.
and hear me out. I let you talk, so now you got to let me talk. And it's not everyone's saying it's not the same. Well, y'all need to make it the same. Y'all need to really you have to learn this. You have to learn self-love. It sounds so cliche, but that is your secret weapon to having a good life because that's the only person you're gonna have guaranteed. I'm sorry to break it to you. Okay, Prince Charming is not knocking at everyone's door. And as long as you say that I don't have love until Prince Charming shows up, you're going to have a hard life because you have put love in somebody else's responsibility when really it's your responsibility to find love for yourself and to treat it for yourself. And y'all can say it's not the same all day long, but then you're going to be trapped in this lifetime. You're going to be
Well,
trapped in this lifetime. Hold on. You're going to be trapped because now that responsibility is on somebody else. Self love, you can love yourself right now. You can focus on you have three beautiful children. I wake up every day. Let me tell you something. Whether I'm in a relationship or I'm single, I'm happy because I'm blessed because I know what it means to be alive. I don't sit and dwell on what I don't have because then I would be sad all day. When I have all these other blessings that are happening in my life because I'm not married, I should be sad. To me, that's a diss to God. That is a diss to God because there's so many people who wish they could be alive right now, that wish they could be in a home right now and just be breathing that can't. There's people in the hospital that will switch places with your problems because they're on a ventilator and they can't breathe. And now they know just being able to sit up in a home on an IG live, you have a phone, you have electricity, looks like you have a nice bedroom. There's so many things that you can be blessed on and focus on, but instead you don't have Mr. Perfect in your house, you can't find happiness. And this is what's happening to all the women around the world. Well, you girls need to let go of that fantasy and create the happiness for yourself because you're never going to be happy. Because Mr. Perfect is not knocking at everybody's door. And as soon as you can recognize that, receive that, and decide, I'm going to be happy today because it's my decision, then life will get better. And then guess what? When you make that decision, you might attract Mr. Happy. Because right now you're on a vibration level where Mr. Happy ain't, he don't want to knock at your door. Like your door, rightfully so, you're grieving, so there's some empathy there. But Mr. Happy is happy, and your house ain't happy, so he ain't knocking at your door. So you got to get to the vibration of what you want to receive in order to receive it. While you stay here and make every excuse on why you're here, you're going to keep attracting these men that you don't want to attract. And that's just a fact.
and I did learn that the other day. I told myself, you know what, it's time for me to love myself. So I did delete a lot of all my pictures off my Instagram. So a lot of people that are trying to look at my Instagram, you're not gonna see anything because I did tell myself that it was time for me to take time to love on myself. And I really haven't been on the internet in like maybe a week. I kind of took some time off, but now it's like, oh, Kendra's on, let me see what Kendra on. And I wanted to tell you my story too. But other than that, I do appreciate you talking to me. And yes, I'm going to continue to love on myself and continue to, love on my kids and just love on me. And I'm not looking for a relationship, but I just can say that I've been really having some troublesome times. Being that I am a good woman, I know I'm a good woman. It's just like you said, my grieving, and I have 3 kids, so that makes me
And not
less
that you just have 3 kids,
unwanted.
you have 3 young kids. I would honestly say, listen, being single is okay, ladies. I mean, men even know this. Like, you don't always have to be attached to a person. And I believe if you do your single season right, is how you get to be the caterpillar and the butterfly. you get to come out as a whole new woman. And I feel like you just lost your dad. That's on top of that. You have young kids, a 1 year old, a 2 year old. I think this is mommy time. This is self time for yourself. This is time for you to self reflect. I did not want to judge you. I just wanted to give you harsh truth so you can understand. And I think if you just take some time to be a mom and become the woman that you want to attract, or become the woman that the man that you want would like to attract, then those 3 kids won't matter.
Well, I don't know what type of woman men want to attract, but I get your point though. Like I'm definitely focusing on my kids. I've been doing that for the last years since I've had them. I've always been a mother first. Anybody that does know me know that I've always been a mother first. I put my kids first. So that really doesn't matter to me. Self love, I could do a little bit more of that, but I think I'll just take some time right now. I'm not into men right now, and I've just been praying and God has been helping me, but I just, I was bored and I wanted to get on your show.
You know what? Listen, I'm happy you called, because I feel like this message, you're on the screen, but the message I gave is an overall message that a lot of women needed to hear. And you do represent a lot of women who can't get to happy because they're waiting on Mr. Perfect. And I'm
Well,
here
I'm
to
not
tell you,
waiting on Mr. Perfect. I'm not
okay,
waiting on him, but I would
okay.
like it.
Right, you would like it, but let it be in addition to the happiness you already created for yourself. Ladies, you might have to become the man of your dreams, okay? You might have to step up and become the man in your life until that man arises or shows up, whether he does or doesn't. But you set the tone on how you treat yourself. And I just think that we're living in a time where, and I'm going to agree with you, a lot of men are, there's a lot of men that running rapid, right? They don't really want to be in relationships like that. We're living in a very different type of time frame. So you cannot rely on that love. You got to rely on the love that God guarantee you, and that's the love you have for yourself. I love you so much, and I really wish you the best. I really do. Bye, honey. Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.